Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Great having you guys coming back here, and I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Of course, happy weekend, first of all, for you all guys doing the Northern Hemisphere. For us, we started off on Monday, a brand new week here. We've got a lot of work schedule ahead, but I just want to kick it off on Monday with this video of my personal EDC, my edition, of course. Personally, I've been interested in this topic for the last many years, and this topic has grown very much popular lately. Of course, that involves as things simple as we're looking at watches, knife, and the flashlight, and that can extend to compass, to handgun. You guys in US, of course, with the regulatory framework that allows you, because in Australia you can't really legally carry a handgun in public. But as from a standpoint of self-protection and utility and function, these EDC of collective watches and knives and flashlight really, I believe, provide a maximum self-defense as far as we're concerned in Australia. Okay, so of course we kick it off with watches. I'm going to try to keep this video short. I'm not the expertise in terms of EDC collection. Of course, any comments, any opinion that you guys have, or to make improvements on top of this, or any questions regarding to those equipments that I have, feel free to ask me in the comments down below, and sure be happy to join the discussion. Of course, let's start out with watches. The couple watches that I choose, really it's got to achieve the purpose and grab and go. So naturally, that comes with two very iconic, very popular status of Arnie and the Solar Tuner. From a quartz movement perspective, they are solars. Literally, they are running dead on with a time accuracy for the last 60 days. They're not losing. They're losing about a second or so, right? But the reason why I got to choose solar instead of for example, instead of here, which is a beautiful 1982. Automatic movements of 6548 is really, if you're in a rush to accomplish a task, or you got to step out of the house for particular purposes, you just don't have the time to find a reference point and adjust your time accordingly. So it's got to be quartz, and the reason why I choose those two in particular cases is because they carry the heritage of that tuner shroud design. So from a durability and the reliability standpoint, those constructions are literally indestructible. They're going to survive through any harsh environment and things you're going to throw at it. And I think they are terrific choices for your EDC, without a shadow of a doubt. Of course, we have the SNJ 025. This is the Arnie reissue, which I believe will really do really well in the secondary market in the near future. It is a terrific reissue of the late 80s of the Arnie watch. And here we have the SNE 498. It is truly a beautiful daily piece and daily bitter. Of course, in the same time, borrow the spirit of the old golden tuner. I understand those two watches, they don't have a sapphire crystal on them. They have the Harlex, but you know what? You probably want a Harlex in a very harsh environment, because they don't shatter, right? It's gonna get scratched if you're going through harsh environments or at extreme circumstances. But those watches will survive, and they have been survived for the last 40-50 years without a shadow of a doubt. So watches without a shadow of a doubt, you gotta go quartz, and tuners and Arnie are my go-to ones. Okay, now moving along, we talk about the knives here. I've got a few knives here, of course. Those two are my personal favorite watches. My personal favorite knives, and I do carry them from time to time. This one is the Sock Flash 2. Really good size, guys. It very compact. I've been having this knife for the last probably a decade. It's served me extremely well. I just literally disassembled it. I re-oiled it. I cleaned it up. Brand is good as a brand new. There are a couple of reasons why I like this watch. First of all, it's just the safety feature of it, right? You can see this is safety, so if you carry this knife in any environment, the blade's not going to come out involuntarily. When the safety gear is on, there's no chance by any nature of force it will allow the blade to come out. The moment you turn the safety off, which is extremely easy to do, I really like the speed of the blade. Beautifully blade, and again, just from a balance standpoint, the blades, the blade length is absolutely fantastic. Allows you to do a lot of, detail work with your blade, things around the house. So from a balance standpoint, this sock flush to gets my recommendation, and return the blades is really straightforward as well. You simply have to close it by using that latches there, and then you get the lock, you get the safety locks on, okay, which is fantastic. I'm absolutely loving this. I'm having this on my belt, just with me all the time, because I know how safety this is, and this is really just achieved that, you know, sort of EDC daily standpoint. I love this. Or occasionally, if I'm wearing something, if I'm getting to, you know, an environment where it kind of allows me to carry a longer knife, I go with the CRA TM21. You guys probably know this knife. Very, very iconic, based on the Carson's design. Absolutely loving it. The construction is indestructible. It gives that very iconic look, but at the same time, very well-balanced knife again. This is the bigger version compared to the CRKT M16. I love the construction of the blade, extremely sharp, but at the same time, it gives you extremely good grip, because there's a very good lock mechanism here that allows you to do any sort of work that you can throw at it. So absolutely loving those two knives. Again, one is slightly larger, one is slightly smaller, but I think both of them, you can achieve greatness when it comes to the utility of the knife. And the last thing, of course, let's finish off by just talking about the flashlight. Now, out of the watches, excuse me, guys, that was my daughter's hands. I'm trying to teach her how to make some videos. From a flashlight perspective, I just want to do a massive shout out for the Pelican 7060. You guys probably already own this flashlight. If you guys don't know about this, I bought this flashlight actually, I think, a year of 2009 or 10-ish. This flashlight was developed, of course, by the experience of the Pelican when it comes to construction, but also in mind of the requirements of the law enforcement in Los Angeles. So the partnership, of course, at least on the marketing surfaces, it was developed in joining with the Los Angeles LAPD, just to achieving that absolute durability and at the same time self-defense. There's a couple of things I like to talk about. These Pelican lights, of course. I think I bought it back in the days for about $90 or $100. And now I'm not sure whether they discontinue or not, but it is a fantastic piece of equipment when it comes to self-defense. You carry this light of course, there's a holster that goes with it. It goes onto your belt. It's very balanced, extremely easy of use. You've got two touch point of the one here and the one down the end, and it's of course self-chargeable. When it comes to lighting condition, it's not going to roll over in any flat surfaces. And most importantly is the ability how do you throw lights, not just in far, but if you look at those deflectors, it is a really focused beam. I think this is about 600 lumens. Correct me if I'm wrong, but just when it comes to blinding for the self-defense perspective, or for example, if you're in a very harsh environment, you encounter some large animals and you're trying to set up a perimeter, to blinding people out, this is unbelievable. The moment you have this on against someone, there's no chance they're going to be able to withstand the amount of beam that is focused with this stream. Again, that is the reason why I guess our PD requested when it comes to the ability to throw this beam in an extremely focused manner. And plus, it has a few of programmable settings. If you press it again, it's gonna throw. Just let me get it right, guys. Sorry. It's gonna throw a strobe on it. Again, I'm trying to keep it, as safe as we can, because if you guys already have this flashlight, I think you will agree with me. The strobing ability on this flashlight, I'm not an expert in the flashlight business, but it's second to none. The ability of the blind criminals and the people that find dangerous in your environment is absolutely second to none. You'll be able to create a very safe parameters with this strobing ability. Of course, not to mention the others, is going to go high, and then I think it has a couple settings of medium and low. Actually, this is supposed to do the flashing in a second. And of course, you can press this to achieve that momentarily of flashing. There's a low, that's low, and then when you do it again, it's going to be high. Okay, so absolutely amazing flashlight, Pelican 7060 LED. So those are the things that I carry that I find extremely helpful to set in terms of personal protection. And I hope you guys enjoy it, okay, guys? Again, you guys probably having a fantastic time on the weekend, and no doubt I'll catch you guys very shortly in the next video again. Okay, take care, guys. Bye-bye.